Hello race fans, I'm Wylie Wade and this is Wylie's Race Report. Hello race fans, I'm Wylie Wade and this is Wylie's Race Report for the CoCo Farms Pacific Coast Nationals. It is Thanksgiving week, so first I want to say Happy Turkey Day to all you turkeys, and you know who you are. Everyone else, happy Thanksgiving. Hope to see you at the racetrack on Friday and Saturday. This upcoming weekend is the final racing weekend of 2021 at Antioch Speedway. On Friday night, Turkey Night number 1, it is going to be the hobby stocks along with the wing 360 sprint cars, the wingless sprint cars, and the mini stocks all in action on Friday night. Saturday night, we're going to turn around and we're going to have the IMCA boys and girls come on out with the modifieds, sport modifieds, and stock cars, and they'll be joined by the hobby stocks to finish out the 2021 season at Antioch Speedway. If you can't be there, shame on you. It's going to be a great time. But you can always watch it on Antioch Speedway TV. That's right, slide on over to AntiochSpeedway.tv and subscribe for all of this weekend's racing action if you can make it out to the racetrack on Friday and Saturday at Antioch Speedway. Okay, so yeah, I took a couple weeks off, and now I'm finally getting around to doing the show for the CoCo Farms Pacific Coast Nationals, where it was a fantastic time with some amazing racing all weekend long. On Friday night, the 29th of October, we had the IMCA stock cars join the hobby stocks, and Cody Johnson out of Bakersfield, California took home the win. He was followed by Kid Smooth, Andrew Pierce, in that number 15P. Terry DiCarlo Jr. took home third, Rob Gallagher fourth. Fifth was James Thompson. He was running Dan Gonerman's car. Dave Hill finished 6th, and 7th was Jason Jennings.
Give it up! Cody, make your way over here. First off, congratulations. Man, let's just talk about that race between you and MC and Rob Gallagher. Side-by-side racing throughout most of this feature, but you were able to get it done.
You know, I would say we ran side by side the entire race. That dude, I never had a problem with him. He's a good, clean racer. I really appreciate him for running me clean. There's been plenty of times he could have chopped my nose, stopped me from getting the pass, but you know what? It was fun racing with him.
Talk about really quick, obviously, seeing you pick up your heat race win. You said you were not happy with this car at all. You came back out and you were able to get it done. What kind of changes that you made to the race car to pick up this feature win?
Honestly, you know, I got my brothers here, the racing the hobby stocks. My little brother Steven, he ended up getting a bunch of body work, so as soon as he came in, I worked on his. I didn't change nothing on this thing for the main event, you know. Focus is on them, they're running a big race, you know. It is what it is, but we did what we did with what we had, so.
Who do you have to thank for night number 1 for getting you this win here?
I'm going to start, sorry Mom, but I'm going to start with Dad because he let me race his car. But I got to thank Mom and Dad, Grandma, Grandpa Tennis. I got RPM, All Lit Up, JR Motorsports, Skills Transmission. I always never get around to this part. Larry Burns, Skills, I said that. Anybody else that I'm forgetting? I got my brothers out there in the pits. I got family friends. They're all out there. I appreciate every one of them. And thanks to all these fans that are here.
All right, Antioch Speedway, give it up for the Bakersfield native.
Congratulations, sir.
I'm here with third place finisher, Terry DiCarlo. Terry, a little bit of controversy, but you were able to be granted this position, in third place position.
Well, we're thankful for that. Wish it was, wish we just had a better second. I wish I'd have got on the hammer a little sooner. Track was decent for us. I liked it. It was good. It was 2 different turns. I'd like to thank all my sponsors, Prestige Custom Tile, Nick's Muffler, DiCarlo's Auto Repair, Favalor Trucking. Who else? We got people all over this. Compton Racing, Chris, thank you for all your good components. Everybody, thank the crew. Thank you guys.
And real quick, another question. Obviously, we've seen throughout the race, you were actually gaining on the X machine. Do you think possibly with a few more laps, maybe you had anything for the 111?
I think we were coming. I think, yeah, a little bit longer race, we would have got there, or if we would have might have got my rhythm a little sooner, definitely.
All righty, well, there you have it for our third place finisher in the 17 machine. That is Terry DiCarlo.
Good job. Hell of a run.
Thank you.
Andrew Pierce.
Well, your first time out in the stock car in a race and end up second. Not bad.
Yeah, I know. I think it was not very good.
car's got about double the horsepower mine does, so that's a big difference for sure. But it's just got to get used to the way these cars drive and everything, and I think we should be okay once we figure this car out.
Is this going to be a car you're going to be in more than once?
Yeah, I think we're going to run it a couple times and see how it goes, and if not, then we'll put it toward our mod funds and sell it. We'll see. We're just having fun with it right now.
Back tomorrow night with it?
Yes, sir.
All right, who do you want to say thanks for getting you out here?
My dad, my mom, F&D Motorsports, and there's so many guys, ASI, just everybody that helped put on this thing. And my pick for tonight for the hobby stocks is Brian Cooper, so go 44X.
Uh-oh. All right, now if I'm not mistaken, it was your birthday here recently, right?
Yeah, 16.
Happy birthday. You got your license yet?
No, I'm just driving dirt cars.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for birthday boy, Kid Smooth and Pierce. And in our CoCo Farms Pacific Coast Nationals Friday night main event for the hobby stocks, where the top 4 transferred directly into the main event. This is not how they crossed the start-finish line. There were some disqualifications, but these are the top 4 awarded positions. Dylan Wilson did take home the win. He did receive the checkered flag first. He's out of Bakersfield, California in that 80D. Philip Shelby out of Olivehurst, California, finished second. Third was Jeff Betancourt, and fourth, Aiden Ponciano. Those 4 transferred directly into the big show. Darren Thomas finished 5th, Angela Brown in the 6th spot. 7th was Austin Van Hoff, 8th Tom Leopold, 9th Les Friend, and 10th was Joe Gallagher out of San Jose, California. Dylan Wilson out of his car. I think he's a little bit happy.
Dylan fucking Wilson.
Dylan Wilson taking home the win.
Good job.
Going. Hey.
I just got up there late fucking.
Dylan, come on. Man! You're fast. No one can touch you.
Yeah, these leaf springs must be doing something. I was looking at the top 8 there, and they're all on coil cars. So coil cars are hard to beat when they're right, and got fortunate to get to the front early. I honestly thought they were pushing me around, but Cody just told me that I had a gap. So, I mean, I maybe tweak on it a little bit for tomorrow, but tomorrow is what I really want to shoot for to win. So tonight was a good start.
Not a bad start, 1,500.
I didn't even know it paid for tonight's race. So, I mean, that's just, that's great. That's awesome. Whoever was in charge of putting up the money, thank you very much. It goes a long way for us. Man, it's great. I got to give a shout out to my wife and kids back home. Hopefully they're up. Hopefully we can stand here tomorrow. Same thing. Thanks to Matt Wonkum Race Engines, Nick Kaufman with CRG Graphics, H&S Body Works, and the Johnson family. Thanks to Cody and Chad. They were helping me earlier, so appreciate it, everybody.
The 44 car kept taking shots at you down on the low side, but you just stayed up top, and that was working real well for you.
Yeah, I mean, I got to the front pretty quick, faster than I was thinking, so I knew the middle right here, right in that little rumble stuff, the rough stuff was really fast, and so I just tried to put my right rear in that, gas it, and then 3 and 4, I was just trying to make sure I didn't miss the bottom, so the car handled really good, can't ask for much more than that. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for our winner, Dylan White!
Wilson. I know a Dylan White, and that's got stuck in my head tonight.
Okay.
So I did it again. Dylan Wilson. I knew that.
All right, well, being granted, we're a little bit confrontational finish. Brian Cooper, second place finish, I think, is going to be awarded to you. Really doesn't matter. You're locked into the show for tomorrow. We've seen a little bit of a slip up. I talked to you on that restart. Just talk to us about that.
Yeah, just got in too easy, trying to protect and trying to keep it on the bottom and just shove the nose. You can't do that with these guys. These guys are too good. So the goal was to finish top 4, so we're super happy.
Starting up front, obviously you were really fast in your heat races. What do you think you need to do for tomorrow? Obviously, since you're not going to be running a consolation or anything, you're going straight direct to the feature. How does that affect you, possibly not having as many laps on the racetrack for tomorrow?
I gotta figure something out. We need a little bit more to keep up with Dylan. He had the car to beat, and we need to run a little higher on 1 and 2. But we're all right. Only second time in the car. We'll get it figured out.
Really quick, once again, give a shout out to your sponsors and everybody who helped you get out here.
I got to thank my dad, Dave Pierce, all the guys that help us, R&J Landscaping, L&T Towing, Thornton Family Racing, Max Auto Body, and Escalera. And once again, thanks to the track and CoCo Farms for putting this deal on.
Alrighty, well, your second place finisher here, the 44X machine of Brian Cooper.
And third, after the penalty, Philip Shelby. Philip, you ran strong all night.
Yeah, I started figuring it out towards the end. New to this car, and I think we have it pretty close. We just need to do a couple fine tuning. I think we can be better, but I'd like to thank Dave Cooper for letting me drive his car for one, and all of the crew that we have back there. I couldn't do it without you guys, and everybody watching. Thank you all.
What do you think of the track tonight? What do you got to do for tomorrow?
I think the track was excellent. I think we just need to do a little fine tuning and we'll be a little better.
All right, who do you want to say thanks for helping you get out here?
Thank you.
All right, Philip Shelby taking home third place tonight. On a Saturday night where not only did we have the IMCA stock cars and the hobby stocks, but we were joined by the crate late models. And Dan Brown Jr. out of Lincoln, California in the 15 car took home the win. He was followed closely by Anthony Slaney in the 4X out of Martinez. Rod Oliver out of Yuba City, California finished third. Fourth was Brian Pierce out of Oakley, California in the 22G. And Jade Norton rounded out the top 5.
As he climbs out of the car, give it up for Dan Brown! Dan, you pretty much got the jump on the Ford machine of Anthony Slaney, and you never looked back and started to check out. You had some trouble in lap traffic, but you're able to get through and pick up the win here tonight.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't even know how big of a lead I had at all. I was just trying to hit my marks. I took up rubber in 1 and 2, and I just kept trying to hit that perfect. 3 and 4, you could not go high. I'm just so proud of this team. We worked all year, 3 blown motors. To finally cap off our season with the win is just awesome. Dennis, absolutely amazing car owner, and Carol for letting me drive this thing. I'm just a driver. I don't really know what I'm doing as far as setup and all that. And then my 3 kids, my wife are here tonight. It's so awesome and special to have them here.
What do you look forward to, obviously, closing in on the 2021 season? What are your plans, and what are you guys looking forward to for the 2022 season? Obviously, we know this class is pretty much trying to grow, but what do you continue to do for success throughout the 2022 season?
Well, I mean, we just finished up, we wrapped up a championship at Marysville. Just the last rain out gave us the win, the championship. So we got 2 in a row there. Placerville is a place my car owner really wants to win a championship, but I'm really starting to love this place.
Alrighty, well, race fans, there you have it. Your winner in the crate late model, Dan Brown Jr.
In the IMCA stock car action on Saturday night, the 30th, Rob Gallagher out of San Jose, California. He started out the year on January 2nd on his lid, destroying a race car. He has won some since then, including on that Saturday night back in October the 30th with that X car. Kellen Chadwick finished second out of Oakley, California. Andrew Pierce finished third, finishing a strong weekend. Chad Hammer was fourth, and Dave Hill rounded out the top 5.
Here it is, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Rob Gallagher. Rob? You started out the weekend hoping to run for $5,000, but unfortunately yesterday did not work out the way you wanted it to. But today, you put it in victory lane in IMCA stock car.
It might have been the win we wanted tonight, but we'll take it. Yeah, we worked really hard all week. My dad worked really hard, my brother, to bring out 2 really good hobby stocks, and we did. We proved that yesterday. We were running top 5, and just some, hobby stock racing stuff gets tore up sometimes, and that's the way it goes. So we'll be back. Thank you, CoCo Farms, for putting that up for those guys. You know, they can be hobby stock guys, and sometimes they're looked down upon, but these guys are racers. These guys are Saturday night, America, beer drinking racers, and they're here to entertain you, so thanks for coming out.
Rob, you put it in victory lane, and we talked a couple times this weekend on the air about how you started out this year, January 2nd, upside down in turn number 2 with your other stock car.
Yeah, we wrecked some cars this year, and we've built some cars, and we're still racing. We're happy to be here, and these cars are safe, and the technology that goes in these scenes these days is really good, so I'm glad to be here.
You checked out on the field. No one could touch you out there. Did you know you were that far out in front? I mean, you're out in front and just kind of rolling on your own.
I had an idea. You know, yesterday I had a fast car too, and I was overdriving it. I watched the video right before this main event, and I just was overending the corner and being way too aggressive. And tonight I just came out here. I didn't have any caffeine today. Be relaxed and just hit my marks and be smooth.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Rob Gallagher, winner of tonight's IMCA Stockholm main event.
And in our main event for the weekend, the CoCo Farms Pacific Coast Nationals Hobby Stock $5,000 to win race was won by Dylan Wilson, who again won just about everything in sight on that weekend, driving the 80D out of Bakersfield, California. Nicholas Johnson finished second. He's also out of Bakersfield in the 1N. Brian Cooper third. Les Friend finished fourth. He led a bunch early in the race, and Philip Shelby rounded out the top 5. Sixth was Demasi Scoggins, the driver out of Turlock, California, and the Merced 2021 Hobby Stock champion. Darren Thomas finished 7th. Stephen Johnson was 8th. 9th was Jeff Betancourt, and Charlie Bryant out of Oakley, California, rounded out the top 10.
As he gets a congratulations from Cody Johnson, Dylan, make your way over here. Oh my goodness, Dylan, fantastic. You're going to take it home in $5,000.
Fantastic. What a great race. The racetrack was in phenomenal shape all weekend. So hats off to the track crew. I know this thing was ready for boat races on Monday, so fantastic job to them. Thank you to Antioch Speedway, just everybody involved. Yeah.
Just talk to us about that 50-lap main event. You're not really used to running 50 laps, let alone having a break in between, having to break your momentum, gain back your composure here. Once again, get some congratulations.
Thanks for running the stage.
Nicholas Johnson and Les Friend pressured you throughout most of the race. Les Friend pressured you throughout most of the first 25. Nicholas Johnson pretty much kind of through the later parts of the last 25 laps. Just talk about the battles you had going on with them and having to hold them off on each and every restart.
Yeah, for the first half, I knew it was just about finding the right line, finding a groove. I wasn't expecting to go that many green flag laps, so that was fantastic. Hats off to all the racers. And the second half, I knew Nicholas would be up there. When he shows up, you have to beat him for the win. So I knew he'd be there, and he raced me clean. I appreciate everybody that raced. I mean, we could have junked some stuff for $5,000, and everybody raced really respectfully for at least the lead. So I really appreciate that. Was honestly not expecting that. Yeah, this is just fantastic.
Looking through the pit stops, I don't know if you were paying attention, a couple drivers did change tires. You were one of the drivers that neglected not to do the change of tire. With the way that the track was coming in, do you think possibly you may have made a mistake?
On the restart, I thought I was screwed because I don't know if the tires just didn't fire off or what, but after the break, for 3 laps, I was just tight. I could not turn in the center, and then all of a sudden it just came back to me. So yeah, I just thank God it did, because I thought I was in trouble, because you have to be on your game. The car has to be working perfect to beat these guys. So it was. We got a good starting spot. We had a good Friday night, so we put a weekend together, and that's what you want to do for these big races.
Give a shout out to your sponsors and who helps you get up and down the road. I don't know if this is closing your 2021 season or if you have a few more races on your schedule, but give a shout out to your sponsors who help make this possible.
Yeah, first and foremost, I got to thank my wife, my kids. Hopefully they're still awake. They're probably crashed on the couch. They're watching back home. I know they're excited, ecstatic. So I'll be home at 3 in the morning, but we'll be there. So we'll celebrate a little bit tomorrow with the kids and family. And thanks to Matt Wonkum Race Engines. This thing is a beast. And he was top 2, so Matt builds a great motor, so appreciate him. H&S Body Works, Nick Kaufman with CRG Graphics, the Johnson family, Chad and Cody were like our pit help this week, so I appreciate them and the help they gave me this week, because if not, I was solo. So all the help is appreciated. Everybody back home watching, the fans, Antioch Speedway, Nicholas, because he gets mad I don't thank him. Just everybody that makes this happen, I appreciate it.
Well, Dylan Wilson, you are the inaugural winner here for the CoCo Farms Pacific Coast Nationals, and you are taking home $5,000. Ladies and gentlemen, let them hear you, Bakersfield, Dylan Wilson!
Nicholas Johnson.
Here, buddy.
Congratulations, Dylan.
Buddy, we're going to get
Nicholas, come on out. He's got on by your car. Well, you had opportunities. Nicholas Johnson taking home second here tonight. Had opportunities, you had what you needed, but you just couldn't get there.
Yeah, he's fast. I did what I could without wrecking him. Racing with family, it's hard to race him hard and fast without a little bit of drama, so I did the best I could. Little bumps here or there, didn't hurt no one, you know, but he was the class of the field all weekend. I did all I could, but he was still driving away from me.
Right there after that last restart down in turn number 2, looks like you had to get out of the gas because you guys did get together, and I think if you had stayed in the gas, you may have looped him.
Yeah, a little bit. I knew he was running that cut down line, which opened up the entry for me to get in, but if I could get in far enough, he wouldn't be able to run all the way down. So I was trying to do that the last restart as a last ditch effort, and wasn't quite enough up on him, and he came down, just nicked him a little bit, but you know, quarter panel's dented, but other than that, there shouldn't be any damage. So congrats to him. He's always working on the car, wrenching, you know, probably works on his car more than anybody else I ever know. Huge shout out to the Wonkum brothers. This is their power plant, this thing. I can't thank you guys enough. Mom and Dad, Grandma and Grandpa, all lit up, RPM, Gill's Transmission, Skinny's Automotive, my brothers, all my family at home, my uncles, Dylan, Tyler, and Stevie, Tina, Casey, Kirsten, my girlfriend at home. She wanted to be here, but she couldn't. The whole fleet that helps us out. I can't thank you guys enough.
Well, you didn't get the 5,000, but if I'm not mistaken, second gets 2,500.
Yeah, you know, a $2,500 more payday would have been nice, but I'm glad we kept it in the Johnson family. He might not have the Johnson last name, but he's family.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for second place, Nicholas Johnson in the one-in.
All right, we're here with our third place finisher, Brian Cooper. Brian, you finished third. You were battling up there, obviously. You were kind of mid-pack and battling fifth, fourth. Just didn't have what it takes kind of to get the leader, Dylan Wilson, though.
Yeah, Dylan, he was class of the field, no doubt. And then Nick, them two guys right there are tough to beat, no doubt, anywhere. I am thrilled to come home with a third. I was hoping to be top 5, so I'm very happy with how it turned out.
Normally now we see you behind the wheel, obviously, of a sport mod, but to get behind the wheel of a hobby stock, obviously I know has to be a change for you. Did you enjoy it? Did you have fun? Will we see you doing it more often? How's that going to go?
Yeah, the plans are the car goes next week. I'm having passenger door bars and stuff put in it. I just bought it from Tim Elias just to have some fun. Going to put the wife and my young son in the car up at Marysville and just have some fun with it. So I wanted to bring it out here to this big show since, you know, it's great what they did for the hobby stock class, and this track is amazing. I wish we got to race on stuff like this.
Talk about throughout the halfway break, the changes that you made. Do you think that it helped you or not too much with the way that the track was going off? Obviously, you pretty much checked your tires. You pretty much said they're kind of sealed over a little bit with how much the track took rubber. So let's talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, the car was pretty good. Most of it, to be honest with you, is driving. It's only second weekend in the car. Just a lot different than driving the sport mod, and really haven't raced that much this year to begin with. And just something I got to get used to, do a better job on my end.
Give a quick shout out to your sponsors and who helped make this happen.
I want to thank my dad, David Pierce, all our crew guys back in the pits that made it possible. R&J Landscaping, L&T Towing, Thornton Family Racing, Max Auto Body, Escalera, HRT Shock Service from Bobby Hogue, and then just once again want to thank the track and CoCo Farms and everybody that put this deal on.
Alrighty, well there you have it. Third place finisher, the driver out of Yuma City. That is Brian Cooper.
Yeah. Let's Frank, come on up. Well, fourth place.
Yep.
Not bad.
Nope, I'm happy. You know what? The car's in one piece. It's really the first night on the car besides last night, so everything's new. So I'm happy, you know, thanks to my crew and everything else. I mean, we wouldn't be where we're at if it wasn't for them, I'll tell you. You know how it is. It's one in the shop, not on the racetrack.
As I say, I've been watching on Facebook. You guys have been beating on this thing for a few weeks.
Yeah, we took the power glide out of it because I did not like it. Went to a transmission standard shift, trying to get all the stuff lined up, stock clutch, all that stuff. Wouldn't work right. And like I said, luckily I got some good guys in the shop that took care of it, handled it for me. And like I said, it was a blast out here racing with all my buddies, man. We had a nice, clean race. I mean, we rubbed some doors. We were 3-4 wide, but you know what? At the end, thank you, sir. At the end, you know what? We're all here and we're having a good. We're all here and we're having a good time.
You're still on the radio. Go ahead.
Okay. So, like I said, I just want to thank everybody and then say hi to my girlfriend at home. I know she's watching on TV. I wish she could have been here tonight, but she had some other stuff to take care of. But love you, honey.
All right. Well, you first half of the race, the first 25 laps, you were able to keep up there, and you were involved in the battle for the lead. But then the second half, you kind of fell back a little bit. What was the difference between the two?
Well, we made some changes. Was hoping to tighten the car up on the bottom. I mean, it did. I can't say. I think I could have overdrove it a couple times, but it started. It wasn't there like it was the first 25. And like I said, Dylan was a fast car, man. I was trying to follow his line, see if I can gain, but he just pulled away. I mean, his car worked really good, middle, you know, up to the middle. And us coil spring cars, we're all bottom feeders, you know. I mean, there's some of us that can run through the middle, but it's tough. I mean, Dylan, he's a good kid, man. I've been watching him for a while, and you know, he's running up front with all these guys, and he's showing that those leaf spring cars will work. So, hats off to him for driving the hell of a race. You know what I mean? Congratulations to him, and you know, thanks to all the Bakersfield guys, Johnsons, and all them for coming down. You know what I mean? To make this a show. I mean, you guys put on a heck of a show, and you know what? This is what it's about. You know what I mean? We're all done at the end. We're all shaking hands, hanging out, drinking a beer together, and you know, that's what it is. I mean, for as long as I've been racing, I've been racing since 17. You know what I mean? And it's a lot of laps everywhere, and I really enjoy coming back here every time.
Who's the sponsors you want to say thanks to?
I got Davis Roofing, J&J Heating and Air, Price Racing, Ryland Racing. There's all kinds of them. My girlfriend, my crew, Performance Muffler. You know, everyone that pitches in here. I'm sure there's somebody I'm missing, but you know, my hat's off to all those guys, and I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for them. You know what I mean?
Great run, 4th place for Les Frenton.
Yep. Thank you very much.
Here is our 5th place finisher, Philip Shelby. Philip already got the Bud Light in hand, so he's celebrating his 5th place finish. We talk about normally we see you driving a sport mod. You're here, excuse me, in a hobby stock. How was it this weekend?
It was definitely different than the sport mod. It was fun though. I had a really good time. I'd like to thank Dave Cooper for letting me drive this deal, and then our crew. My son comes with me both nights. We got Chris, David Pierce, Robert Aruda, and Cy. Thank you guys for all the help. That's about it.
Going into this race, did you have any expectations, or was this more kind of just, you know, they lended you a car, you came out, you wanted to have fun. Obviously, you knew you were going to be pretty competitive with the car that you have and the drive ability that you have. Battling up front, top 5 pretty much all night. I mean, you got to be pretty satisfied with your results.
Yeah, we were just happy to make the main and run top 5 both nights, and the car's in good shape, still in one piece, and that's all we can ask for.
What do you have for the future for the 2021 season later on? Is this your final race here?
I think that's probably it here. We go to Vegas in a few weeks, and then probably CoCo in January, and then I'm not sure after that.
Alrighty, well there you have it. Your 5th place finisher in the 2M machine, the driver out of Olivehurst. That is Philip Shelby.
Want to give a big shout out to CoCo Farms and Pacific Coast General Engineering for being the title sponsors for the CoCo Farms Pacific Coast Nationals Hobby Stock. $5,000 to win on a hobby stock event. First time in the history of the country that we've been able to tell. And with them, and want to say thanks to all the other sponsors that put in money. Thank you all very much. It was a phenomenal event. Can't wait for next year's event to come around. Also, want to say thanks to Larry Adams. Larry Adams was the driving force behind this. He spent a lot of time raising the money, coming up with the rules and everything, and without Larry, this event would not have taken place. So thank you, Larry Adams, for all of your hard work as well. With that, I want to remind you this upcoming weekend, it is Turkey Day, Turkey Nights 1 and 2. Friday night the 26th, we do have the wingless sprint cars in the house with the 360 wing sprint cars, the hobby stocks and the mini stocks all in action. Friday night the 26th of November, and followed on Saturday, November 27th, it is the IMCA Modifieds, IMCA Sports Modifieds, IMCA Stock Cars, and the hobby stocks. All those divisions rounding out our 2021 season. A great season. Seems like it just got started and we're already at the end. Can't wait for a little bit off time, and then we're going racing again come 2022. But want to see you this weekend at Antioch Speedway, one or preferably both the nights. If for some strange unbeknownst reason you can't be there, shame on you. Okay, you might have family stuff, but bring the family with you. But if you can't be there, tune in to Antioch Speedway TV. Just slide on over on your web browser to antiochspeedway.tv and subscribe for all of this weekend's racing action. And as we are wrapping up our 2021 season this weekend, I want to remind you to keep your eye on Wylie's Race Report on both YouTube and Facebook, as there will be some episodes coming out that won't be on AntiochSpeedway.com, as they are going to involve some tracks that I visited when I was back east over the summertime. And one of them, I'm saying, is my adopted hometown track, because I grew up about 8 miles from it. So that's coming up this off season. I should also have some shows with some interviews and some other stuff, whatever I can find. And of course, when the schedule comes out, I will let you know what that is all about as well. Check out the new designed AntiochSpeedway.com. Larry Adams doing some awesome work on that, making it look a lot different, and going to have a lot more content on it is the plan. So keep an eye on AntiochSpeedway.com. Also, Antioch Speedway Buy Promotions on Facebook, Antioch Speedway TV on Facebook, and of course, Wylie's Race Report on Facebook and YouTube. That's going to do it for this episode of Wylie's Race Report. Until this weekend, live and direct from Antioch Speedway for Turkey Nights 1 and 2, I'm Wylie Wade. Thanks for tuning in. Goodbye, everybody. Hello, race fans. I'm Wylie Wade. We're going racing IMSA side. For the what? I don't know. It was for something. Don't know what for, but it was for something. Well, to remind you about this upcoming weekend, Turkey Night known. Now let's look back at these past months. CoCo Farms. Gotta do the right list here. All right, 3, 2. 3, 3, 3, 2.